Yeah, dear students, once again, this is Dr. Ajay Kumar. This is third video series under steam generator. Here we will be discussing another part of boiler, call it boiler accessories. So there are few items. The total items of accessories are 8. So 8 mountings as well as there are 8 boiler accessories also. So first, boiler accessories, that is the fittings or devices which are provided to increase the thermal efficiency. Must remember, increase the thermal efficiency of the boiler and help in smooth working of the plant are called accessories. So dear students, must remember, main purpose is to increase the thermal efficiency of the boiler. So first one is economizer. Dear students, we supply two things to boiler. First one is water and then air. In case of water, suppose take two cases. Hot water is supplied to boiler and cold water is supplied to boiler. So it is obvious, while supplying hot water to boiler, there could be a saving of fuel, and that saving is generally taking as a 10% of fuel. If there is a saving due to this 10%, this huge amount, this 10% of fuel takes place when there is a temperature rise of feed water supplied to boiler is this much, 5 to 6 degrees centigrade. Suppose temperature is supplied temperature supplied to boiler is 45 degrees centigrade in second case. First case, it is, let us say, 28 degrees centigrade normal water, right? So here there is a jump 28 to 45 degrees centigrade. So likewise, if there is a only 5 to 6 degree temperature rise, there could be a 10% fuel. If this gap is too much, this would increase, and henceforth our purpose is to supply hot water to boiler, and henceforth there could be a saving of fuel, there could be economy of a fuel, henceforth the word written economizer. Therefore the word written economizer. Now come to next one is air preheater. Again two cases, supply normal atmospheric temperature air, and second one is supply hot air to boiler. So it is obvious, while supplying hot air to boiler, there could be quick burning of fuel and there could be saving of fuel as well. So due to this, overall efficiency increases by about 10% of the boiler by providing air preheater which supplies hot air to boiler. I will later on show you the layout of a power plant where all these are mentioned: economizer, air preheater and other devices. Third one is superheater. Now question arises, why superheater is provided? Dear students, our main purpose of a power plant to produce more and more power with less amount of fuel. It means enthalpy of steam entering the turbine should have very high value. Therefore, at the inlet of steam turbine, enthalpy of steam should have more value, So to get more and more enthalpy value at the inlet of steam turbine, we supply superheated steam, and therefore a superheater is provided. So generally from boiler either steam is wet or dry. Steam coming out from boiler either it could be wet or dry steam, and that quality of steam is supplied to a device in superheater where extra amount of heat is supplied to con convert it into superheated steam, but at the same boiler pressure. So to get high quality of steam having high enthalpy value, superheater is provided. Fourth one item is feed pump. As we have seen earlier, to supply water there is a pump called feed check valve. Feed check valve through supply water coming out from a feed pump. That feed pump is located at the ground of a boiler house. So that feed pump should have more pressure of steam. That steam is accumulated at the top of water drum or steam drum through which a pipe is connected via feed check valve and connected finally to feed pump. So that feed pump should have always 20% more pressure than that of boiler pressure. So feed pump is considered in accessories. Fifth one is steam injector. Steam injector, when the feed pump fails to work, it supplies water to boiler. It supplies water to boiler. In fact, already feed pump is provided, but even if feed pump fails, this steam injector serves the purpose. Item number 6, anti-priming pipe. This is a small device located inside the boiler but at the top where steam is accumulated and is ready to go out. So steam which is having water, which contains water particle. So as you know, water particles are heavier in weight compared to steam. So this steam along with water, I am going to a particular figure. Here it is. In this diagram, this is your anti-priming pipe. So this anti-priming pipe, inside we have rough surface. So when water is coming in the contact of this rough surface of this anti-priming pipe, water being heavier, water comes down, right? And henceforth dry steam is allowed to go. Dry steam is allowed to go, right? And henceforth this helps in increasing the efficiency of the boiler. So that is your anti-priming pipe. So written clearly, separates steam from water particle located on the top of inside boiler shape. Right, students? Now come to seventh one is steam separator. This steam separator separates steam from water particle located just before steam turbine or engine. Just steam turbine or engine. This steam separator. Now come to the last one is steam trap. This steam trap drains away automatically the condensed steam from steam pipes without permitting any steam to escape due to gravity. These devices 7 and 8 are generally connected very near to steam engine or steam turbine. Through a insulated pipe, steam travels its journey from boiler. Here it is a boiler, let us say. Steam coming out, and suppose steam turbine is located here. So from here to here, this is your full insulating pipe. This is your insulating pipe, and these 7 and 8 items are located here only. This is your turbine, steam turbine. So we locate steam separator or steam trap. Suppose if these two are located here, due to condensation in this whole pipe, there could be a chance to get a wet steam in the steam over here. So right, wet particle over here, and henceforth these two are generally located very near to steam turbine. So dear students, as a conclusion, we can say for mounting and accessories, look at conclusion is mountings 8 and accessories also 8. So please remember both are having same number. So dear students, now high pressure boiler. As I told you earlier that high pressure boiler should have value above 80 bar. Right? These are the qualities of high pressure boiler. In high pressure boiler, if the feed water pressure increases, the saturation temperature of water rises and the latent heat of vaporization decreases. You see, here this is a let us say TS diagram. This is your vapor curve showing. This is a property curve. This is showing liquid curve having dryness fraction is equal to 0. This is your vapor curve having dryness fraction is equal to 0. This is your critical point. So when water is supplied to boiler, like say here it is, and at a particular pressure, when it is in liquid state, means any point lying on this liquid line, we call it dryness fraction S is equal to 0, that is in liquid phase. Now as heat is transferred, temperature keeps on increasing, and in this whole process evaporation starts, that is phase is changed from liquid to gas. So here we get steam, that is vapor, and here it is liquid or water. This total length is called latent heat of evaporation, HFG. Right? So dear students, if we go above like this length keeps on decreasing, and at the critical point, this HFG, latent heat of evaporation, is 0. So here it is HFG is 0. Right? So here written clearly that what saturation temperature of water rises and the latent heat of vaporization decreases. So as temperature increases, this value keeps on decreasing. So therefore, clearly mentioned over here, thus a boiler operation at high pressure will require less heat addition for steam generation. So next we will go through